Hi, this is Jay with Pryor Coaching. Thanks for joining me. You know what I want to talk about today? I want to talk about winks from the universe, as in winking at you. One of the things one of the intentions I'm setting this year is to be uber conscious of the winks from the universe. I get them all the time when I'm paying attention. And I would assert that you do too. Some people call them synchronicities or synchronicities that the universe gives you. They're things to pay attention to. If you're conscious of them, I promise you that you can get winks or validation, guidance even, from the universe. Here, I want to share an example with you that's kind of silly, but it will prove my point. I think I mentioned in my last video, or one of the last couple, that my word for the year is shameless. And really being shamelessly happy and shamelessly joyous and shamelessly spiritual and just really getting out there and not being afraid of having any shame about who I am or what I'm all about. And at the same time, you know, I'm not one of those people that those kind of things just come to me. I know many people that are like very clear about their word for the year right off the bat, right? And I'm always like, well, maybe this is it, right? So when I first thought of the word shameless, I had that come to me. I thought, oh, that's good. And I was mulling it over, right? And so I thought, maybe that's probably going to be my word. So here I am in my basement, right, watching TV and flipping through the Facebook. And a friend of mine mentions on Facebook that she is on the same airplane as Harry Hamlin. Now, I am somebody who hardly ever pays attention to Facebook. I don't do that much on Facebook. And so it's odd for me to have oh, that's interesting. Like, it's not usually I would pay attention to those things. But I did, for some reason. I thought, well, that's kind of funny. And so I say to my wife, Jessica, hey, our friend is on an airplane with Harry Hamlin. My wife, Jessica, says, who's Harry Hamlin? I'm like, oh, you know, Harry Hamlin. Normally, again, I wouldn't go out of my way to go find his picture, right? But for some reason, I felt like doing that. So I go online and I go to Google Images and I find pictures of Harry Hamlin. I scroll through to the one I want to pick. I pick the picture, and it pops up, and right underneath it is the word shameless. Okay? That's crazy. I flipped through every other picture of Harry Hamlin. None of those had the word shameless underneath it. That's just kind of weird, right? Well, to me, that's a wink, right? I may not have been paying attention to that, but because I have an intention to do that, I noticed it, right? There's all kinds of things like that. Before, when I hurt my hip, I had been given the name of a physical therapist that does a special type of healing that I wanted to go to, and I thought I should do that. I didn't do it. It took me till I got my hip messed up to finally go see her. Had I listened, had I been paying attention to those feelings, to those kind of, her name had come up 3 times. If somebody's name comes up to you 3 times, look into it. If something comes up a couple of times in your sphere, pay attention. So pay attention to the winks, and I call them winks because a wink is something that's positive, but that you can miss if you're not paying attention. So this week in particular, and all year, I invite you to join me in setting your intention to pay attention to the winks from the universe. They will guide you, and they will fill you up. That's it. Thanks for joining me. Have a great day. It's cold out here.